Good morning, YouTube friends and family. Frank here with yet again another glorious Sunday morning cart ride video. Guys, look at that morning sunrise right there. I almost said sunset. Beautiful sunrise overlooking part of a golf course. This is new. I don't even know if they're using it yet. It might be. But the Southern Oaks is on the other side of that. Southern Oaks, Bexley Bridge over there at the Southern Oaks, golf course on the other side of that loud turnpike over there. Guys, let me tell you something. If you have not moved down here to the Villages, Florida, you're missing out. That's all I can say. You guys are just missing out, plain and simple. That's it. You're missing out. I don't know. I mean, what's not to love about a beautiful Sunday morning like this here? Pure awesomeness. Anyway, guys, what am I out here doing? Well, I left the village of Bradford. We're gonna come down. We're going over to the village of WellPoint. Village of WellPoint. We are going to check out some brand new patio villas. Now, part of this is going to be looking at some patio villas, I think. I'm not 100% certain. Ride back through there, some brand new patio villas that they had opened up. But there's another new section of patio villas that's almost like right behind the village of Monarch Grove, right off of Corbin Trail, McNeil Drive and McCorbin Trail, if I'm saying that right. They got some brand new patio villas out there and some brand new courtyards. If they're ready to go through, I don't know yet. I'm not gonna know until we get out there, but that's the idea for this morning. Stay tuned and let's check out some new houses, all right? As we're gonna race boats. Remote control boats, that is. All right, guys, here we are, the village of WellPoint. There's the village of Monarch Grove all back in there. Oh, I gotta watch the road. Monarch Grove. I had some golf carts try to run me over a while ago. I guess 23 is not fast enough when it's 20-mile-an-hour speed limit, right? We are on Terrell Court. Terrell Court and what does that say? Rosa Run? I don't know. You focus on that. It's like Rosa Run with 2 O's. Anyway, here are the patio villas, but we're going to ride through this neighborhood. Now, what these are going to be called exactly, I have no clue as of yet. I'm going to say Terrell Court, Terrell Patio Villas, just because that's usually but sometimes they change it. So, and then we're going to try and get back over here where there's some, what is it? I think they're way over there. Those patio villas that I can't remember if I had, back behind, you can't really see them because they got some houses over here that are kind of blocking the way. I can't remember if I went in there when you could look at all of them and not just like half of them. So I might take another quick trip over there just to see if those are all done all the way through. But if you're looking for a patio villa, man, in the village of WellPoint, and you're right next to Corbin Trail right here. And there's going to be courtyards right here. So what that means, and then there's some brand new courtyard villas on the other side of Corbin Trail, right over here. And so we're facing this way. Eastport is all going to be all up in here. Now there's a couple more villages, I think, off in that way, but that's where Eastport is. I don't know if you can basically see the tops of the building way off in the distance out there. Let's take a ride into these patio villas. Now, if you're looking for something like that, you got to call the villages. I don't work for them. That's my disclaimer. I don't work for them in any capacity. Apparently, I've helped them out. I've had people buy houses because they've seen one on, due to my videos. More of the same. They're not done, obviously, as you can tell, right? They haven't even got sod down on some of these places. However, I am seeing clean streets. They've been swept up. Some of these are done. They're probably already on the market. Haven. Got ruby, topaz. We're going to have an emerald in here. A retreat I'm looking at. Nest. Oh, did I already say that? Yeah, some of these houses are just about done. St. Augustine sod. I'm glad they cleaned up the streets, thank goodness. Come through here about a couple of weeks ago in a different area, I'm sorry, and I picked up a nail and I didn't even go in the construction area. I just came kind of close to it and turned around because it was just too much going on, right? And lo and behold, I picked up a nail. So I've always had a little air compressor here in the cart, and I added a plug kit. So I plugged the tire and aired it up, and bam, way to go. I'll tell you what I do notice in some of these villa neighborhoods right here. I'm gonna back up. What they started doing too is adding, well, you really can't see it all that well right here. Let me try to pull up perhaps. I'm looking at the front door, like there's a glass front door. They really didn't used to do that. They were more of just your standard front door, and they would just paint them whatever color. And now they're adding some, little touches. One brand new Haven, somebody told me they had, instead of putting the rolled vinyl down, they actually tiled it. So, seems like to me they're adding a few upgrades. It seems like the closer you go to Eastport in some newer areas, better the upgrades. Now, is that on purpose? I have no idea. It seems to me that some of the houses that were built during the COVID era, I say COVID era, but maybe the supplies are harder to get a hold of. And there's the back of some of these designer homes back here, I think. think they're designer homes. There's a bunch of gravel on the road. Wow, there's already people working. Like I say, 7:30 in the morning, they're out here, man. They waste no time. Zero time. Now this street's not really ready. It's got a lot of gravel and rock in it. First thing in the morning, people already working. If you look right here, that right there, that's Monarch Grove. That's been here a minute. Now that village has been here for a while. It's been 5 years at least, I'm thinking, if not longer. And now they just built these brand new villas right here behind them. So there may have been a time where these guys didn't have this fence. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Maybe it's already been there. You know, when they first marked it off, and it's just been sitting there for a while. I don't know the timeline on things like that, but here we are, Monarch Grove, and then you got WellPoint coming up here. So really about half of the neighborhood is nice and cleaned off, you know, as far as the streets. Still got a bunch of rocks and little twigs and things like that in the streets. I got a feeling they've got some of these already on the market, because for most of these, they're just about done. So we just flipped around to look at the interior part of the houses. You see where the street sweepers have been through. So some of these have got a good ways to go yet as far as interior work, sod work and stuff like that. And we're coming back over in and around here where they're pretty much done. Pretty much done on this street. Maybe about another week or so, I guarantee you they'll be like done all the way, and most of them will probably already be sold, to be honest with you. It's like as soon as they get a house done, bam, it's sold. A lot of times people are waiting on them. So if you've got a sales agent, yeah, they're putting in glassed front doors on these houses, and sometimes where they didn't used to do that at all. What I ended up doing, because we got the solid front door, and I did it myself, I installed a storm door in the front. So now that so when we like to have the front door open, because it was solid, you couldn't see through it. Well, I put that storm door on it and open up the front door, and we get a lot of pretty light. You could see all the way through the front door. It lets in a lot of light, you know, and it's really pretty to see out front. Now they just glassed them, and I think if they'd have done one of those full front glass doors, you know, like some of the ones I've been seeing, I might not have done a storm door. Probably, you know, you wouldn't have needed to. But anyway, guys, here's this brand new Patio Villas. They're about 90% finished here in the village of WellPoint. Okay, so if you come down the road here on that Rosa Run, come up here to Fallas Court. Now this is behind the Patio Villas that we just did. And there's some newly constructed homes in here, and based on the street, I'm going with cottage homes. So let's take a minute. We got people in here walking. You never know. Everybody's out here, even in the dirt. Let's take a look and see what we got in this neighborhood right here. Different home styles. I meant to slow up. I wasn't paying attention. Try to look at the ground, you know, besides the rocks, you know, if there's anything else in here. There's some little bit of gravel, of course. But anyway, here's a house. And look at that front door. They started adding, so even those Patio Villas, they've got doors of that sort of type of design. And there's other ones too, which is nice because it lets the light in. You know, when we bought ours, it was a solid front door. I end up having to put a storm door in. But I've wondered, those storm doors, that do they lose heat and air and stuff? Really doesn't seem to affect the house much at all, if any. We're going to try to ride through in here. I'm going with cottage homes. Why do you say that? Well, if you look at the streets, there's no curbs, no curbing whatsoever. That's usually a giveaway as the type of houses that they put in here. If these were designer homes or verandas or something like that, they're on curbed streets. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, I lied. I don't even think the veranda neighborhoods have curbs. It's just like on the designer streets. You know, we have regular designer homes, stuff like that. So when you go into a veranda neighborhood, they're designer homes, but they don't have the curbing streets. They do that like in verandas, courtyards, cottage home, and patio villa streets. You only get just the street, and the storm drain runs to the center of the road, and it runs down into storm drainages, and they collect it right there. But looking at this house right here, we're going to look at some of these houses. Two and three bedroom homes, 2-car garage on some of these. Some have maybe like a car and a half. You'll share your car and your golf cart. So far there's nobody in here working. It seems to me I've seen some of these models over in Middleton, And then that area out in there where they've been trying to introduce some new floor plans, new model homes. And we could ride through and look, but you are not allowed to go inside. And I know there's channels doing it. I've seen it. I know they're out there going inside and videotaping the houses. That's strictly forbidden, people, and you're trespassing if you go inside the houses. There's backyards of the homes. You actually get a little bit of space between them. Some of your higher end houses are like right next to each other in the backyard. I've seen it. It's crazy. So it looks like I've started in the middle island area to look at these houses, and then we're going to flip and look at the outer area. Basically set up same way as a patio villa neighborhood. The basic configuration, you know, an outer and an inner area. Now, sometimes they mix up these colors in such a way that don't make any sense to me at all. Like they put this beige house, light yellow color, and this what looks like an orange door, but in actuality I think that's coral, if I know anything about colors, which I usually don't. Another nice house here with a corner lot. Corner lots are really cool. Oh, flip. I just heard a loud crash, so that tells me that people are starting to come. Start working on stuff. So what's interesting is no matter what time of the morning, where you go, there's got constant people working in the same areas you go to. You know, and that just shows that they have such a vast spread of workers. I mean, they cover everywhere. They hire so many people to get these homes finished. And it's just crazy. I often wonder how much or how many people really work. It's gotta be a lot of people. That's an interesting house right here. Got this powder baby blue or a sky blue door right here. Now we got to flip and go on the exterior. So there's a lot of people employed, not just for them, but the contractors, subcontractors, you know, different companies that come. And look at that door on that house. They come in and they do the things that they do, and that's all they do. And they just do it over and over again. Every house is the same thing. They do whatever they specialize in. So when a house comes together, you've got nothing but professionals working on these homes. This house right here is going to have a nice, good-sized backyard. I mean, you can come in here and really build on. I think the house behind, next to it too, put a huge, hold on, put a huge bird cage. You may even be able to put a swimming pool back here, like a small swimming pool. You know, whatever ARC approves for, as long as the spacing is there. Big side lot. St. Augustine grass, it looks like. Is it Scotts Provista? Not sure. Sometimes it looks like it and sometimes it don't. I'm thinking it is. These are all still gas hookups, on-demand water heaters. Just trying to go a little slow, take my time here a little bit. I don't like running over gravel. This whole area is still got some work to be done in some spots. Won't be long where this will be fully completed. Oh yeah, they got people coming in to work. Every street, each and every neighborhood, doesn't matter where you're at. It's a nice house right here. Two and three bedrooms. I'm assuming 1,300 square feet, maybe. I think this about covers it in this neighborhood. Now, if people are curious about the homes, you can always go to thevillages.com and go to the main menu, and you can search homes or go to, say, homes, their homes, whatever, and click on that, and it'll pull up all the houses that they do. Patios, courtyards, verandas, designers, you name it. And it gives you a full description of all the model homes, what they are, how many bedrooms, bath, what the square footage is on each house. And it'll give you a price range. And you could actually look at the floor plans. There'll be a printed layout, you know, of the floor plan. You know, the size of the rooms and all that. All that information, it's on their website. Love me or hate me, it helps me out when you click that like button below. And I'm going to see you again, guys, in the next glorious video.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure. what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 do something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 do something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen.